Some vehicles are built to haul, others are built to perform, and then there are the rare machines built to rewrite what a full-size truck is even capable of. The 2027 Chevrolet Silverado ZRX isn't just another off-road trim package. This is Chevrolet declaring war on the segment, delivering a truck that doesn't ask for permission to dominate every terrain it touches. Welcome back to Crash Quake, where we break down the vehicles that push the boundaries of what's possible. Today, we're taking you inside the most aggressive, most capable, and most uncompromising off-road machine Chevrolet has ever put its name on. This is the full story of the Silverado ZRX, and by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this truck is changing the conversation. Let's start with what you see before you even open the door. The exterior of the ZRX is a masterclass in visual dominance. This isn't a truck that blends into a parking lot. The front fascia is wider, more aggressive, with a blacked-out grille that stretches across the entire nose. The headlights sit low and sharp, giving the ZRX a predatory stance that feels more like a tactical vehicle than a consumer pickup. The hood is sculpted with functional heat extractors, not for show, but to support the thermal management system that keeps this machine operating under sustained high-stress conditions. The fenders are flared outward to accommodate a significantly wider track, and the wheel arches are designed to handle oversized terrain tires that give the ZRX its commanding ground clearance. The body sits higher than the standard Silverado, and the suspension geometry is entirely reconfigured to deliver articulation and stability over obstacles that would stop most trucks cold. The side profile is clean but purposeful, with rock sliders integrated into the frame and skid plating visible beneath the chassis. This is a truck that looks like it was designed in a wind tunnel and tested in a war zone. At the rear, the ZRX continues the theme of functional aggression. The tailgate features integrated tools and storage solutions, and the bed itself is reinforced to handle heavy loads even after hours of off-road punishment. The exhaust system exits through dual outlets positioned for maximum clearance, and the rear bumper is cut away to improve departure angles. Every line, every surface, every detail is there for a reason. This is where design meets engineering without compromise. Step inside and the tone shifts from dominance to control. The cabin of the ZRX is where capability meets refinement, and Chevrolet has balanced both with precision. The seats are wrapped in durable, weather-resistant materials that can handle mud, dust, and moisture, but they're sculpted to provide support during high-speed off-road runs. The bolstering is firm, the cushioning is dense, and the seating position places you high above the road with commanding visibility in every direction. The dashboard layout is driver-focused, with controls positioned within easy reach and a digital instrument cluster that adapts based on drive mode. The center display is large and responsive, giving you access to navigation, terrain management, and performance telemetry in real time. But it's not overwhelming. Everything is intuitive, everything is where you expect it to be, and the interface responds instantly. The steering wheel is thick, grippy, and includes integrated controls for suspension settings, differential locks, and drive modes without ever requiring you to look away from the trail ahead. This is where things change. The ZRX doesn't feel like a traditional truck interior. It feels like a command center. There's a sense of purpose in every material choice, every switch placement, every design decision. The interior is quiet when you want it to be thanks to advanced sound insulation, but it also lets you hear what matters when you're pushing hard off-road. The feedback is intentional, the experience is immersive, and the level of refinement is something you'd expect from a luxury vehicle, not a hardcore off-road truck. Storage is abundant throughout the cabin. There are reinforced compartments for tools, gear, and recovery equipment. The rear seats fold and reconfigure to maximize cargo space, and the under-seat storage is deep enough to secure valuable items out of sight. The cabin lighting is adjustable, with red mode available for night operations, and the climate control system is powerful enough to keep the cabin comfortable even in extreme heat or cold. This is a truck built for people who don't just drive off-road on weekends. This is for those who live there. Now let's talk about what happens when you press the accelerator. The performance and capability of the ZRX are where Chevrolet separates this truck from everything else in the segment. The powertrain delivers immediate, commanding thrust that feels effortless whether you're merging onto a highway or climbing a steep, loose incline. The torque is available exactly when you need it, and the throttle response is sharp without being twitchy. This is a truck that moves with authority, and it never feels strained even under load. The suspension system is the backbone of the ZRX's capability. It uses adaptive dampers that adjust in real time based on terrain, speed, and driver input. On the highway, the ride is composed and stable. On rough trails, the suspension opens up to absorb massive impacts without bottoming out. The wheel travel is exceptional, allowing the ZRX to maintain traction over obstacles that would lift wheels on lesser trucks. And the feedback through the chassis is precise. You always know where the truck is, where the wheels are, and how much grip you have. At this point, it stops feeling like a truck. The ZRX handles more like a performance vehicle that just happens to have enormous capability. The steering is weighted perfectly, giving you confidence at speed without requiring constant correction. The brakes are strong and progressive, with excellent modulation even in loose or slippery conditions. And the traction management system is smart enough to distribute power to the wheels with the most grip without ever interrupting the driving experience. It all happens in the background seamlessly and instantly. The ZRX also features multiple drive modes that reconfigure the truck's behavior based on the environment. There's a mode for sand, for rock crawling, for mud, for high-speed desert running, and for everyday driving. Each mode adjusts throttle response, transmission shift points, suspension stiffness, and traction control intervention to optimize performance. And switching between modes is instantaneous. You're never locked into one personality. The ZRX adapts to the challenge in front of you, not the other way around. But capability isn't just about power and suspension. It's about confidence. And that's where the technology and driving intelligence come into play. The ZRX is equipped with a comprehensive suite of off-road specific systems that give you a tactical advantage in any situation. The forward-facing camera system provides a clear view of the trail directly in front of the truck, eliminating blind spots when navigating tight or technical sections. The underbody cameras let you monitor wheel placement and ground clearance in real time, so you're never guessing where the truck is in relation to obstacles. The navigation system integrates topographic mapping and trail overlays, giving you context about elevation changes, terrain difficulty, and route planning. The performance telemetry displays real-time data on pitch, roll, suspension travel, and differential activity, so you can monitor how the truck is responding to the terrain. And the connectivity features allow you to download trail maps, share routes, and even access remote diagnostics if you ever need support in the field. This is where the name earns its reputation. The ZRX isn't just about brute force. It's about giving the driver the tools and information needed to push further, go harder, and return safely. The technology doesn't replace the driver. It enhances the experience. It removes uncertainty, and it allows you to focus on the driving, not the guesswork. Safety and control are also engineered into every aspect of the ZRX. The frame is reinforced in key areas to handle torsional stress during extreme articulation. The rollover protection is integrated into the structure, not bolted on as an afterthought. The airbag system is configured to account for off-road seating positions and harness use, and the crash avoidance systems are tuned to recognize off-road scenarios where sudden braking or steering input might be intentional, not a mistake. The ZRX also includes advanced stability control that can be adjusted or fully disabled depending on the situation. For everyday driving, the system provides a safety net. For advanced off-road driving, it allows you the freedom to manage the truck manually without interference. And in emergency situations, the system is smart enough to intervene only when absolutely necessary. It's a balance that requires sophisticated engineering, and Chevrolet has nailed it. Now let's address pricing and market positioning. The ZRX is positioned as a premium off-road truck, and the price reflects that. This isn't an entry-level option. This is a flagship, a statement vehicle, and a tool for serious enthusiasts who demand the absolute best. The base price is competitive with other top-tier off-road trucks, but the ZRX delivers more standard capability, more advanced technology, and more refinement than anything else in the segment. There are no compromises here. You're paying for a complete package, not a trim level with optional upgrades. When you compare the ZRX to its competitors, the value becomes clear. You're getting a truck that can handle extreme off-road conditions without modification, a cabin that rivals luxury SUVs, and a powertrain that delivers confidence in every situation. The ZRX is built to be used hard and maintained easily, and the long-term ownership experience reflects that philosophy. Speaking of ownership, the ZRX is designed to be durable, serviceable, and reliable over the long haul. The components are built to withstand punishment, and the service intervals are designed around real-world use, not laboratory testing. The parts are accessible, the diagnostic systems are transparent, and the dealer network is equipped to support off-road specific maintenance. This is a truck you can depend on, whether you're using it for weekend adventures or as a daily driver that doubles as a backcountry exploration vehicle. The key advantages of the ZRX come down to a few core strengths. First, it delivers uncompromising off-road capability without sacrificing on road refinement. Second, it integrates advanced technology that enhances the driving experience without overwhelming the driver. Third, it's built with durability and serviceability in mind, so it remains capable and reliable over years of hard use. And fourth, it positions Chevrolet as a serious player in the premium off-road truck market, competing directly with the most respected names in the segment. So here's the final verdict. The 2027 Chevrolet Silverado ZRX is the most aggressive, most capable, and most refined off-road truck Chevrolet has ever built. It's a machine that doesn't compromise, doesn't apologize, and doesn't ask for permission to redefine what a full-size truck can do. This is a truck for drivers who demand more, who push harder, and who refuse to settle for anything less than total capability. The ZRX isn't just a truck, it's a statement. And that statement is loud, clear, and undeniable. If you found this breakdown valuable, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to Crash Quake for more in-depth looks at the vehicles that push boundaries and redefine segments. And drop a comment below. Do you think the Silverado ZRX is the ultimate off-road truck, or is there something else you'd choose? We want to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.